Hello and welcome to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. This is Jeff, and this is another sleepless night. I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but it is a night that I am not able to fall asleep at my normal time. And since I am so far behind on my building schedule, and also I had a day that was a very active day that took me away from the home for most of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on set number 76405. That's the Hogwarts Express Collectors Edition train. We've got bags 1 through 3 right here, right in front of us. We got bag 4 in a pile here and bag 5 in a pile here. And I'm sorry I didn't turn off my phone. So let me just take care of that right now because I don't like getting interrupted. It throws me off. So there we go. Now we got that done. Set my phone over here. So anyway, bags 1 through 3 put together here, bag 4, bag 5. We're going to at least get that far. I hope we get a lot further, to be honest. And I decided to use a different camera because I hadn't streamed for a couple months, and so I forgot what a pain in the rump it is to use the camera on the laptop. Because whenever you do that, every time you push a piece, it shakes. See, I can shake the table, and only the table moves, not the camera. So I'm going to go with this. But, all right, let's set this aside. And let's get going on bag number 4 and just get it done as far as we can go. I hope you guys have had a good day. I had a pretty good day today. I'm still doing physical therapy, and so I did that today. My morning started off with a meeting with my former employer, but that wasn't too early in the morning. It was at 9 o'clock, and then after that, I had quite a few Bricklink orders to slap together, and I did. Got them together quite good. Went over to the post office in town, and they're so short-handed right now that, boy, the line was literally out the door, and there was only one gal who was working the counter. So, poor gal. I know her name. I just don't know if she's comfortable if I use it, so I won't. But she's a nice gal, and ever since I've lived here about a year and a half, she's always been nice to me, and that was always one of my fears, moving to a small town, because I hear horror stories. And my older sister moved to a small town, and she wasn't accepted for a couple of years. But I'll be honest, man, I moved to this small town, never have felt like I didn't belong here. There was only one person or one family that tried to make me not feel welcome, and the rest of the town did not go for it. So turned out pretty good for me. Anyway, what am I talking about now? Oh, going to the post office, dropping off my 14 orders. It was a good day, good weekend. And after that, I needed to renew my post office box. It was due on the 30th, and today's the 4th, and I just didn't get to it. So anyway, I got to it today. And just making sure, okay, I don't have my camera on, or my microphone on, because that screws up the whole thing, because I already have a microphone here. Anyway, renewed the box, came home, picked up Mr. Spencer, my son, and then after that, we went everywhere. I traveled about an hour and 20 minutes away. Let's see, where do we go first? Well, physical therapy is where we went first. And then, see, physical therapy. Oh, yeah. After that, we got some gas, went to Bunkster's Bricks, which I have talked about Bunkster's Bricks before. Bunkster's Bricks is a store in Ogden, Utah, family-run store. I love it. They're awesome people there. Alexis and her husband, Noah, are awesome. I won't mention their son's name because he's underage, but he is also awesome to talk with. And it's just neat to see the imagination of a child at work. Anyway, went down there, dropped off my winter chalet and the winter market stall. We're going to do a winter village for the holidays, and I contributed my part to it. I might contribute more depending on how much time I have. But, well, the reason I'm up late right now is because I can't sleep. Okay, so we got this roof done. Let's go ahead and slap this on. And then we got to put the pipes on. All right. So it's looking more and more like a steam engine, which I really do like. Next, we're going to build this little section right here, it looks like. So let me put this aside. Let's see, after Bunkster's Bricks. Oh, yeah, we went to Home Depot. Oh, no. I apologize. No, we went to FedEx, Kinko's. Because I'm no longer with my employer, I had to send off my computer to him. Did that. And the gal behind the counter was real nice. And we were talking about living out the country like I do and how she wishes she could because she likes stargazing. And in the city, you just can't see it. In the city, the street lights get in the way. So we talked about that. And we talked about our favorite constellation, star constellation. And I don't know, if you guys like stargazing, tell me what your favorite one is. My favorite stargazing, I like looking at Orion's belt. And I have noticed that one of the stars on Orion's belt is not as bright as it used to be as a kid, or maybe I just didn't notice before. But she said hers was the Big Dipper. I know what the Big Dipper is. I used to watch stars all the time. Anyway, good little conversation with a good old girl. Used to be from the country, now living in the city. Doesn't like it. Don't blame her. I don't like it either. And I just dropped a piece. So let me see where it went. There it went. So after that, let's see. Where did we go? Oh, we went to Home Depot. I'm going to be honest, guys. I screwed up this weekend. When I went to the show, I took the box off the back of my truck, and I used my cordless drill for that. And there's like a small little ledge on the side of my truck, and I stuck the drill right there, and then I drove off forgetting about it. So somebody somewhere hopefully has a working drill and got it for free. Merry Christmas to whoever that is. That isn't my first time doing that, by the way. I've driven off without it before, and 20 minutes later realized it and gone back, and even though it fell off the truck, it was still working. So I got a little lucky last time that happened. This time I didn't get so lucky. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. So we stopped by Home Depot and bought one. It was wasn't too expensive. It was about $50. Oh shoot, I almost messed that up. I got to pay attention a little bit more besides talking. Then I went over to my parents, dropped off Spencer because my dad's going to take him to the airport. My parents only live a few minutes from the airport. They were really close. And my son's flight is at like 5 or something in the morning. I can't remember exactly, but it's early. And seeing as I live an hour and 45 minutes from the airport, you know, you always got to be there early. So let's just say it was 5:30. I don't remember the time. It could have been 5, but we'd have to probably leave here 2 hours early at 3. The only problem with that is we got to leave him earlier because he's got to get through security. So I would have been I would have just been SOL. So, you know, I talked my dad into it. Pretty easy talking him into it. My dad's an easygoing guy. He just said, hey, drop him off. I'll get him to the airport. So that's what I did. And then after that, I went to Jim and Tammy's house. They're the leaders of our lug, and I'm the treasurer. So we had to catch up on things like inventory, expenses, bank account numbers, all that good stuff that goes with accounting. And those who don't know, I have a degree in accounting, a bachelor's degree. I have been out of accounting for the last 9 years, but you know, some things just don't go away. I still remember most of it. So for those things that I'm rusty on, I'll just have to look it up every now and again. Ooh, let's see. What is this? Sorry, it's kind of like trying to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I'm just not capable of that. Okay, so there we go. We got part of the engine there. So yeah, very, very fun-packed, filled day. Lots and lots of things to do today. Anyway, got caught up in our books. In our next meeting, I'm going to be able to present our income statement and balance sheets, and they're all current. And anyway, yeah, it's all good. So let me place this. Okay, we got to build the other side. And like I said, there's quite a few bags. There's something like 45, I think, is the highest number I've seen. I haven't gone through them all, so you know, I don't know. Maybe or maybe not on 45. Could be 46. Could be 47. We'll find out. We'll get there soon enough, that's for sure. But yeah, I really did. I had a good day. Lots and lots to do today, and I'm going to kick off my shoes here. It's getting a little warm up here. I'm up in the loft, and even though the rest of the house is cold as a witch's something on the South Pole, which I can't say because it's a family channel, but it is that cold here. The rest of the house is that cold, but because I'm up in the loft and it's the highest point of the house, it can be freezing down there, and it will not be freezing up here. It'll be actually hotter than Hades, which I just came in from outside, did some chores. I took care of the animals before I went to bed, so I put a sweat jacket on, and well, I ran up here and started the camera and just didn't take it off. So I'm burning up a little bit. I might end up taking this off here in just a second. And for those who are new to the channel, this is what I like saying to the people in town when I go and get feed and other animal items. I'm a city boy trying to fake it as a country boy. And that's what I tell them. In fact, I almost renamed my channel that because that is completely accurate. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. However, the people in town have told me that I don't need to worry about it because at least I don't lie about it. And I say that I'm a city boy and admit it because one gal tells me that's real annoying because you have people coming from the city and they try to act like they know what it's like to be in the country, and they don't know. And she particularly finds that annoying, but because I'm honest about it, then I'm just trying to fake it. They think it's kind of funny, and they do help me out when I have questions. And you might ask, what kind of animals do I have? Well, I've got a few. I've got a dog, and that's pretty normal. Got a German Shepherd, Alaskan Malamute mix. His name is Enzo. He is indeed a rescue, and there's problems that come with that, but overall, he's a good dog and very loving, and I love having him around. And then we've got one indoor cat. His name is Max, and Max is much larger than any cat should be allowed to be. We really need to put him on a diet. I'm being serious. Max is northward of almost 20 pounds. And then we've got, for Mouse Patrol, we've got another 5 outdoor cats. And one of the outdoor cats, when I opened the door to feed him just right before the stream, decided that he was allowed in. Well, he got picked up and thrown out real quick. And it took no time at all for me to do that. His name is Cash, and I've got one outdoor cat. Okay, so 2 cats came with the house. In other words, the previous owners just left them here, and that's okay. I appreciate it. Got a good Mouse Patrol going. Well, let's see. Okay, wait a minute. I want to get this right. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's some leftover pieces that are not normally leftover pieces, so that has me concerned. So yeah, 2 of my cats got left here with the house. And because I don't know their names and the previous owners are not talking to me anymore, they're the ones that try to make my life a living. You know what, when I first moved here, didn't work. They left 2 cats here. And not knowing their name, I named them Tango and Cash, after a movie that I believe came out in the 80s, might have been in the early 90s. The coolest thing about it, that movie, is that it was filmed in an old Civil War prison that was actually still active up until the late 90s in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I used to live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I knew exactly where that prison was. No, I've never been an inmate there. In fact, I've never been an inmate at any prison, for that matter. But I knew exactly where it was at. I used to pass it every couple days or so. I had business to do in that area, and anyway, it's really interesting. And so, yeah, I got a cat Tango, got a cat Cash, and Cash is orange, and that's kind of the joke around here. Instead of Cash being green, the new Cash is orange. He's an orange marmalade, and he decided to help himself right into the house tonight, and he got helped right back out. But I'm excited about this particular set. I think I mentioned this in the beginning of the stream, but if I didn't, it is 5,129 pieces of solid Lego. And anyway, I enjoy it. I've been collecting Lego since I was 4, and I'm used to the old trains that were, well, I had some motorized one as a kid, but my first trains were not motorized. But the first motorized ones I had were 9 volts, and they were 6 studs wide. And then they went to the RC ones, power functions, and I don't know what they're doing now. Don't ask, I don't know. Lego changes that stuff more often than I change. Never mind, I can't say that either. I keep forgetting. Trying to keep this family friendly. I will. Tomorrow, I've got another busy couple. Well, the next week's just gonna be really busy. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Yeah, it's kind of concerning, but you know, if I feel more comfortable later, as in like much later, I'll let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, I got a pretty serious appointment tomorrow for some serious testing, and that's going to be kind of far from the house, so I'll be gone most of the day. And then Wednesday, I'll be gone again for part of the day because I got physical therapy again. And then Thursday, I'll be gone again because I'm going to be helping some neighbors next door do some things around here. So, around their house, I should say. So, this whole week is pretty much shot. And as you already know, I told you about today, it's a done deal. I was gone almost all day, so I didn't get a heck of a whole lot done. And that's why I'm here this late trying to get this done. I don't particularly like staying up late, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And so what the heck is wrong with you? That dog's insane. I mean, I love him, but I think there's some brain damage going on there. Because a couple weeks ago, yeah, it's probably been longer than that. Okay, so I have 3 acres here, and 2 of the acres are fenced off. And I was going along the fence line to get into the shop where my truck is parked. And as I was doing that, Enzo was following me on the other side of the fence line. Well, he knows the shop is there. The shop's been there about as long as the house has, which is about 15 years. So it's not like he don't know it's there, and he's lived with me for a year and a half. But even though he was following me on, I was on one side of the fence, he was on the other, he's following me, and he smacked himself right into that side of that shop. And a few weeks later, I opened the back door, let him in the house. And he knows how to get in the house. My goodness, we do it all the time. But in his infinite wisdom, Enzo decided to run into the house and run into a cabinet that's made out of metal and wood. It's pretty heavy. And he hit it pretty dang hard. So I don't know what's wrong with him. But he does some silly things. And he's always done silly things. But he's certainly a great companion to have. And as I was saying before I interrupted myself, I grew up, like I said, with 9-volt trains. I've got the blue and white one. It's a passenger train. And then I have a freight train that's yellow and black. I need to find it and put it together. I've got pieces everywhere in that shop. I'm kind of sad that I was laid off my job. But on the other hand, I'm not, because it gives me time to do stuff, and my wife and I have always taken care of stuff so that I don't have to really worry about things too much financially right now. Yeah, I mean, if I don't have a job for longer than, let's say, a year, I'll probably be, in a world of hurt. But for right now, I'm okay. And I'm going to use this time to work on my channel and hopefully get it to the point where I get paid enough that I don't have to look for a job. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do my best to put our money together so that and keep it together so that I can delay the day of reckoning, as I call it. Okay, let's see. But I am going to be working on my city here soon. Even though this week's packed, I'm hoping that sometime this week I'll get a chance to go out there and get that done. I really do want to work on my city. In fact, the inverted arches arrived today in the mail, and I counted them. The counts were perfect, and I got almost 50 of them, which means I can extend the sewer system on the city even further, which means I can then work on the garage and so on and so forth. So it was a good thing that it all came in today. And also today, I went to, I forgot to mention that part. Spencer and I went to the Lego store, out of all things. My goodness, I can't believe I forgot that. We went to the Farmington Station, Utah Lego store. And while we were there, I filled up some cups, pick a brick cups, the large ones with 1x4 trans dark blue tiles. And those are going to be used for the water just outside the beach. So I'm working on that. Got sewer stuff. And then the propeller blades for my wind turbines came in. And I hate this because I always say I'm missing pieces when I can't find it, only to later find it. So trying not to say that I'm missing it right now, but actually it really does look like I am missing it. Yes, I am. And if you guys, oh shoot, and there I go throwing a piece on the floor. Okay. So this piece is not brand new, but it is a newer piece. And I do like it. It's a bracket with 2x3 here and 2x2 here. Well, guys, I don't want to do this, but I am going to have to go looking for that piece because it's a piece that can't be ignored. So I hate to walk away from the camera. I'm hoping it's just for like 30 seconds because I got a bucket up here, spare parts. But if I can't do it, I do have it down in the basement. I know for sure. So let me go look. All right. Spare parts to the rescue. Spare part bin to the rescue. So yeah, we went to the Farmington store, and like I said, the 1x4 tiles were there. The dark trans blue tiles were there. And so that, to me, that was a lot of fun. Okay, let's see. Got to concentrate here. Sorry, can't walk and chew bubble gum. And I was also able to pick up 2 more Avengers Towers for a grand total of now 7 of them, which means that I hope that in the next few days, I will be able to start working on the Avengers Towers. We'll see. As I've already said a million times, I'm a busy guy, so I don't know how that's going to really go. So. Okay. So we're almost done with bag 5. Okay. By the way, I was just reading a little bit on here, and this particular train is actually based off of a real train. Let me get you a little tidbit here. It says engineering illusion. Inspired by the GWR 4900 class 5972 Olton Hall steam engine used as the Hogwarts Express in the films, Lego model designer Marcus Besa created a conical illusion of the smooth engine. The diameter of each module is gradually reduced, but in small enough steps that various combinations of brackets and special plates really bring out the subtleties of the Lego building system. Okay. Sorry, I can't read worth a crap. Okay. So then just that little tidbit I wanted to share with you, and welcome to who just joined us in the room. I appreciate you. All right. So now we've got, looks like a little bit of the front to do. So let me set this aside and let's get that done. And if you would, hit the like button for me and leave me a comment below. Let me know if you have this set. Let me know if you'd like to get this set. Let me know if you like Lego trains, all of the above, none of the above, whatever it is you feel like talking about. City is my favorite theme. Star Wars is a close second. And I know Hogwarts doesn't fit into either one of those categories, but before the price increase of Legos last year, I was collecting nearly all the Harry Potter sets. I don't really anymore. I just kind of buy whatever I want, or I can afford more like, because whatever I wanted, I get them all. And that's currently what I'm doing, is just trying to stay on top of the ones that I really, really want. And this is one of those that I really, really wanted. I think this is a really cool set. And let me know if you're getting it. And if you are, tell me why you're getting it. What do you like about it? Or if you want to get it and you haven't got it, let me know what you like about it. What's the draw? But this is to me, it's a really good set. 5,000 pieces a lot, which means a lot of detail. And not all, as you know, not all Lego sets are all that detailed. Some more than others. These collector's edition, whether it's Star Wars Ultimate Collectors or whatever, they tend to have a lot more detail, and I like them. They're also a lot more expensive too. I mean, after all, 5,000 pieces is a lot for a steam engine. So I think the freight train with all its cars was only, I think it was just a little over 1,000 pieces. It wasn't all that much. So, okay, now we got some lights to put on here. I do have the smaller Hogwarts train, and when I get it together, I've got the older version. Well, I think I've got 4 versions of the smaller Hogwarts train, if I remember right. I'll definitely have to pull those sets out and take a look. And I want to do a comparison side by side with this one when I'm done. And looks like my lights aren't quite hitting where they should. So I might adjust these lamps here just a second. Okay. Yep, the old European bump stops there on these front of these trains. Okay, I think that finished off bag 5, and yes, it did. So let's pull bag number 6 out. I'm going to mute myself here because I'm not trying to make a lot of noise with the bag. So hold on just a second, but I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to adjust this lamp here. That didn't really help any. Let's, okay, that helped us a little bit. All right, looks like next is Hermione as a character here. But after I'm done with this, I would like to do a comparison video of all the Hogwarts versions that I own, which is not all of them. There was a couple of them that came out that I just didn't get. But I think I've got 4 of the smaller versions. And then, of course, I got this really large Ultimate, well, it's not Ultimate Collector Series. It's just called the Collector's Edition. But it's like the Ultimate Collector Series, Star Wars. All right. Well, here's Hermione. And what we're going to do next is we're going to work on the front part of this train. And I'm going to move this out of the way so you can see what I'm building. All right. I'm in the process of taking out all my Lego sets and building them. I moved about 1.5 years ago, and I probably, at this point, guesstimate that I have about 1,500 Lego sets. And I bought a house that has a large shop to it, and the shop's about 2,400 square foot. And I have a city out there, all that good stuff. And I've got shelves for my Lego sets. So I need to build some more of them. But time is an issue. So I've done the best I can. I probably built about 900 of them so far. So I'm probably more than halfway there. And I've been collecting since about 1979. And I'm not kidding, really, 1979. And I've got a lot of vintage sets. And I've never gone through a dark age like I've heard a lot of people mention they've had a dark age with collecting Lego. I never experienced that, so I don't have any like really gaps in periods. I mean, I don't have all the sets, but it's not like I'm missing like a whole entire couple years. I did stop collecting City or anything like City for about 2 years. And if you follow Lego, you'll remember the Jack Stone series with the larger like minifigure. I did not care for it, and I bought 0 Jack Stone sets. I don't even own one. It never been donated to me either. And I ask that you don't, because I don't want it. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't like Jack Stone at all. And I'm really glad that Lego only came out with that for a short time and then gave up on it, because it just completely turned me off. I wouldn't even buy any of those. But I did buy others. I did buy other sets during that time period. So like I said, not a complete gap in my collection, but a slight gap here and there. And welcome. Hit the like button if you would. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, please check and make sure you're still subscribed. Why? Because YouTube likes to do this funny thing where, I don't know why, the algorithm or, I don't know, YouTube bots, whatever they are, they decide that, hey, you know what? You don't need to subscribe anymore, and they'll boot you off. How do I know this? Because I've had people that come to me and say, hey, I've been part of your channel for 6 months. Why the heck was I booted off your channel? I assure you, YouTube doesn't even allow me to boot people off the channel. I can boot people off a stream or put them on a timeout, but I can't permanently ban anybody that I know of. And so it's something definitely done by the YouTube overlords. And if it's happened to you, I will please check and make sure it hasn't happened to you. Let's put it that way. All right. This is an interesting build. Sometimes I can't see far enough in advance what we're doing, but right here, I will. Okay, so it goes here, and like I don't even know what this is yet. But yeah, I'll be working on my Lego City here. Hopefully, I'll get a video out this week. Maybe not. I think I skipped last week for the city update. I just was too busy, and I had that show over the weekend, so there was just no way I could really get to it. But I plan on getting to it. Certainly, have had pieces come in, like I already mentioned. The wind turbines, I think I got enough to finish that now. The inverted arches for the sewer system and the parking garage, and then I've got the trans dark blue 1x4 tiles for some of the work on the what do you call that? The beach, the water just off the beach, the ocean. There it is. I'm sorry, I can't even talk right now. So I don't typically do streams this late at night, but you know, when you can't sleep, I'd rather do this and get something done than just lay in bed tossing and turning, wishing I was sleeping. So that's the reason I'm doing this stream tonight. Oh, I did that wrong. Shoot. I love these little brick separators. There we go. Now there's no shoot involved. Now it's correct. Welcome to those who just joined me in the last few minutes. If you would, hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. Or leave me a comment below. Or actually, I'm sorry, we're not doing a video. We're doing a live stream. Leave me a comment. I'll respond. And if you have any questions about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, please let me know. I've already gone over that, but I'll be happy to, if anybody who missed it wants to know, I'll be happy to go over it. And for those who don't know me, I talk about my life here and there on the streams and on the videos. And I recently moved to the country about 1.5 years ago. I wanted a property with some land, and I got it. And it has a 2,400 square foot shop that is strictly for Lego. And I put a lot of money into that shop because it had about 30 leaks in the roof when I first bought it. It was a metal roof that wasn't built right. And I paid a company to come out and have them seal it all up. And now that building is good to go. It has no leaks in the roof. And the bottom of the walls are also been, I had another company come out here and fix that because the bottom of the walls used to also leak. The guy poured the concrete so it stuck out, so that when the water hit the side of the shop, it hit the concrete, because the concrete is supposed to be recessed behind the wall, but it was sticking out, and it used to just come right in. And I had a company come out and install a piece of custom-made flashing for it, and they went all the way around, and that sealed up the bottom of the shop, so no more leaks there either. So I'm pretty pleased, but I've put a lot of money. I've started to insulate it. I've added electrical on one wall. Need to do more than just one wall, but as of right now, that's all the time and money I've had. So I'm not really putting much more into it for right now. I do have a few more lights I could install, LEDs. I like the LED lamps. This is pretty cool. I like this little steam chute right here. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So we got this. Okay, one extra piece. Okay, I guess I'm a little confused. I think I'm a bit more than just a little confused. Let me go back a few steps to make sure. Can I get your opinion on the D11 Cat Bulldozer? Do you think it's worth paying $600 eBay, Amazon at $700? Clearance. I haven't paid too much attention to that set. I bought the what is it? The 13,000 Liebherr crane that's motorized, and I really did enjoy that. If you know what, I'll take a minute and take a look at it real quick. I don't have it, to be honest. Oh boy, that's why I reversed this. No, I didn't. Okay. Yes, I did something wrong here. Let me look at it real quick. Lego store. I think one of my friends, I think Jim's got it. Let's see. By theme, Technic. No, I don't want to activate cashback. I do have several of the Technics, like the larger cars like the Ferrari and stuff. Yeah, the Liebherr crawler crane 13,000 is the one I have. And you're asking about... Oh, there it is. The app controlled. Yeah, that's very similar. I can tell already. With the motors, it's sold out on Lego.com. It doesn't say retired, it says sold out. So I'm not sure if that means it's coming back or not. Usually they allow you to buy it if it's back ordered. But yeah, that's very similar to how the Liebherr is constructed. I do see the pistons and the motors inside, and yeah, the Liebherr's also controlled. The crane's controlled by an app as well. And in fact, I took that to the show this last week in the Children's Museum, and I took an old cell phone with me that it malfunctions, so I don't care if kids drop it. And I let a couple kids play with the crane while they were sitting there watching. While I was watching them, make sure they didn't take off with it. Of course, kind of hard to walk off with it. So it's 11 inches tall, 23 inches wide, and that's almost 2 feet. That's pretty good size, and 3,800 pieces. That's about the same price point as the other one too. If you've got an extra $500 and you can get it, I would. It sounds like it's pretty cool with the app controlled thing. Oh, I see. You're saying it's 600 and 700. Yikes. I think that changes my mind. At 500 brand new at Lego.com, if it was available, I would definitely get it. But I don't know, man. Legos are expensive enough. I don't like paying an extra 100, 200 on the secondhand market. Now, I know a lot of people don't care, but I care because, well, it's too much money. Okay. So I did something wrong here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't even know what I did. I got to look at this here. Okay, so that's there. And this is what's wrong. Okay. But okay, when I look at this, it is correct. And then when I look at this, oh, I see what I did wrong. Let me fix her up. Okay, so I stuck these things on the wrong side. Easy mistake to fix. But Huh. Still doesn't look right. I'm usually a pretty good builder, but I have to admit too, I'm just tired. I drove a little over 200 miles today. So I know that's not anybody's problem but mine. And it looks like what I did was I reversed these, just taking a look at it. Okay, so let me, okay, that's that way. I have to go back a little bit more. Okay. Oh no, it really does do that. Okay, well I'm wrong altogether. Let me shut my pie hole and just throw it on there. I was wrong in thinking that it was wrong. Kind of like that old saying about I thought I was wrong once, but I found out I was only mistaken. That's where I'm at right now. I thought I was wrong once, but found out I was only mistaken. There we go. Now it fits. Okay. All right. False alarm, guys. Everything's fine. Well, I hope to get further than just 3 bags tonight, because that's what I did last night. It was only 3 bags, and with this being 45 bags, that would be 15 live streams, and I ain't doing 15 live streams on this. If I have to, I'll get some of it done off camera, but I don't want to do that. Okay, now we need these long rods. Now I got to put one on the other side. And to spare your guys' ears, I usually mute myself when I open a bag. So let me go ahead and mute myself when I open this next bag. Okay, I'm back. And I apologize, I have not had a chance to look and see which characters are which. But here's another minifigure. This makes number 5 out of the 20. And she must work on the train because we're working on the food cart, kind of a little narrow one on an airplane. Speaking of which, my son's on an airplane tomorrow morning. He's going to be gone for a couple weeks visiting some friends back east. Speaking of trains, we've got a small switching yard about half a mile away. And I can hear the train horn. So he must be working tonight. And what's really funny is I actually know the guy who has that job, that runs that train. He's a local guy here, and he's the one that installed the 40-foot gutters on either side of my my shop out there. He has a side business where he does the seamless gutters. And I think it's really cool how they do it. I watched him do it. He's got a machine that it comes, the sheet metal comes in a roll, and it goes through a machine, and it forms it, and it bends it to the way it needs to be bent. And then from there, they install it on the side of your house or your shop or whatever. And I think it was pretty cool. And it wasn't that expensive. It didn't set me back that much to have 2 gutters put in. But it sure did help the shop from water getting from underneath it, because now it catches it and channels it away. Okay. So this does not say to put it on the train. So we'll put it here. Now I'm going to take a sip of this water because I'm starting to get dehydrated. Oh, you know what? I got sidetracked when I told you the story about the kitties. So, let me recap. Bought a small parcel of land, about 3 acres. Never lived on anything more than a quarter of an acre ever before in my life. But anyway, long story short, I got a dog. I've got 6 cats, 5 are outdoor, and only 1 is indoor. The indoor one's always been an indoor cat, so I don't feel right about throwing him out. I don't think he'd survive out there. And then I've got 15 hens and a rooster. Oh boy, that didn't work out. Okay, let me see. Oh, nope, that did not. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so they want them all even. Okay, let me put the wheels on the other side. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that does. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. All right, let's get some more pieces going here. So yeah, 15 hens and a rooster. The rooster actually got tamed by one of the hens. She was tired of getting picked on, and she started picking back, pulled out all his tail feathers, and now the rooster's calm as can be. I don't know if you guys have any experience with roosters, but you guys know that roosters usually rule the roost, and they can be, not always, but they can be quite aggressive. The one that I got, he got pretty aggressive there for a while. And he pulled out all the back feathers to all the hens, and, well, like I said, eventually they had enough, and they started picking back. Wrong piece, that's why I can't go on. All right. All right, so we're building the front wheels to the engine. So, but yeah, this is bag 7 out of, I think, 45. So I've got a long way to go. Now, I'm not going to do it all tonight. I'll get as far as I can stand to stay awake. And then after I can't stand to stay awake no more, I'll bid you guys a farewell and hit the sack. Hopefully it doesn't hit back too hard. I need the wheels. Let's okay, here we go. Oh, and this is pretty cool. I've got the one-way ticket to Hogwarts. Don't worry, I don't have that big of a collection of bags on the floor. I pick them up usually every morning. But I just think this is a really cool set. I'm excited to have it. I'm grateful that I can afford it. And I think that, let's see. Oh, these are supposed to be the same. So let me put them on the same. And like I said in the description, I'm building this in preparation of the Orient Express being a part of this, being part of my videos. I've already built it, and I just need to do a comparison video, which I'm kind of in a hurry to get this done, but I haven't been in a hurry because I got too much going on. All right. So there we have the front wheels, the back wheels, and now we got to work on some of the side pieces. And if you guys don't know, I've mentioned this before. My wife is serving in the U.S. Army, and she's active duty, and she's currently stationed in Korea. It was a mutual decision for me not to go to Korea because they extend your tour, and neither one of us really wanted her to be there to begin with, so we decided that I was not going with. So it did not extend her tour. She's only there a year, which means she'll be coming home very shortly. And I'm very grateful for Mrs. Chip. Mrs. Chip is a really hard-working woman. She doesn't complain too much. Everyone has a right to complain once in a while, but she doesn't. She's just a hard worker, and I really appreciate her and her efforts. In fact, later this week, Mrs. Chip and I are going to be celebrating a good old 27 years of marriage. And we've got 4 kids. This is both hers and mine first and only marriage. And we've got 4 kids together. They're all adults now. So it's actually, I think, pretty cool to have kids that are adults, because now we got a couple of grandkids. And I admit, I love having grandkids. Grandkids are a lot of fun. You literally get to spoil them and send them home. And I know a lot of people say that and they're just trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I do spoil them and send them home. It's fun. Wow, that pin's hard to get in there. Okay. All right, let's do the other side. But I've always been around the military my life. My dad, he served in the U.S. Navy, 21 years. He retired when I was 9 years old. And even though he retired at that age, when I was that young, we never left the area. Oh, shoot. Did I do that wrong? Let me take a look real quick. No, I did not. Cool. All right. So let's put this on the other side. And then Mrs. Chip and I have been married we were married about 11 years when she came to me and said she'd like to be in the Army. So I support that decision. I tried to join the military when I was 17. Unfortunately, I was born with a heart defect. One of those defects that the Army, or the Navy, I should say, because that's why I tried to join, does not accept. And so I was not allowed to join, even though I tried. but that's okay. Married Mrs. Chip. We were married, like I said, about 11, 12 years before she joined. And so she's at the tail end of her military career. And so, yeah. Okay, let's put these on here. And so far, her first duty station was Germany. That was a lot of fun. I loved being in Germany. I didn't care for her unit in Germany. Her unit was full of a bunch of a-holes. I got picked on a lot because they would tell me things like, well, how come you're not in the military? It's like, none of your business. And I did try to be in, by the way, if you really need to know. And I was not accepted because of heart defect. So, yeah, it's not because I'm a lazy turd. It's because just medically couldn't get in. And I actually got a funny story about that. I was at an Army ball, a formal ball that they had. And my wife's commander pulled me aside and asked me to sit on a table with him. So I did. I sat down with him. And during the conversation, he was being quite rude. He says, how come you're not in the military? And I said, what? And he said, hey, how come you're not in the military, really? I said, how come you're not a doctor? And he says, what do you mean, why am I not a doctor? And I said, well, the way I look at it is, you could have been a doctor. You just didn't apply yourself, so that's why you're not one. And I got thrown out of that table, and I had to go somewhere else. But I just didn't appreciate them being like that. And when my wife was deployed, her unit thought it'd be cute and funny to, whenever I emailed them, because I had to email them for things like getting car registered for another year while I'm out there. When I addressed her commander, he knew that I was a male, and he would write back to me and respond to my emails addressing me as Mrs. So, like I said, they were they were pretty rude. And in my opinion, there's no excuse for that. The military spouse has a tough job. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm talking about my experience and the many others that I have known over the 16 years that Mrs. Chip has been in the military. I have seen a lot of spouses struggle, especially when they're deployed to places like Iraq. It's not fun for the spouse that's left behind. Don't get me wrong, the service member does have it the hardest. I'm not trying to say that they don't, but in our case, when Mrs. Chip went to Iraq, that was 2008, 2009, and we had 4 small children. All of them, well, one of them was still at home, not going to school. The other 3 was, because we have 4 kids, they were in elementary school. Okay, so now we got to put the engineer in here. Okay, so this is what we got so far. We got bags 1 through 7 going. And we got the steam engine done. That does not finish this build by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, let's pull out book number 2. Looks like we're going to be working on the tender next. Should be interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh, we do the track next. And then the tender. Oh, my goodness. The track takes up that many bags? Holy crud. And I mean holy crud. That is bags 8 through 15 is the tracks. Well, yeah, what do they say? There's no time like the present. Let's get it done. Yep, we're going to build 2 of these. Holy buckets. Okay, I'm going to set this as close to the edge. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. I don't feel like rebuilding it. Gonna mute myself just for a second so you can't hear me open bags. Okay, bag 8's open. And this is one of those unnumbered bags, but I need the pieces out of it for this next part. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to keep going until I can't go no more, and I'm just tired. I'm not quite there yet. Okay, Harry Potter. Oh, they want me to open 8, 9, and 10 at the same time. Pardon me. I'm going to put this on mute again. Okay, so now we have bags 8, 9, and 10 open, and we've got the Harry Potter minifigure here. This is the second Harry Potter. I apologize, I can't find his bushy hair, so I'm just going to set him. Oh, it's right there. Going to set him aside. No, I'm not. He's right here. So this is the second Harry Potter. The first Harry Potter is right here. So let's get cooking on these tracks because, well, I don't know about you, but I just want to get it done. Track work's never fun. It's not glamorous. It's not sexy. It's just putting track together. In fact, maybe I should do that offline. In fact, you know, I've been going a little bit over an hour. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll end it right here, and I'll do the track work on my own time because it's not that interesting. And then the next time we reconvene, we will start on the tender itself. And I don't know if that will be. I might have some time tomorrow morning when I get up because my appointment's not till the afternoon. So I don't know. I will let you know if I just start up. You just know that I'm doing it. But I'll only go as far as a tender before I start up my next live stream because I want to leave the actual train building to the camera. Well, guys, I do appreciate your time. Thank you for being here tonight with me. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. If you've subscribed before, just make sure you still are. YouTube likes to randomly throw people off. I don't know why. I've never figured that out. Also, if you want to support the channel, there's a PayPal me donation link in the description. Also, you can head over to Bricklink if you need pieces for your builds. I have a store with about 1 million pieces, and when I'm done with my next 2 uploads that I have, I should have well over 1 million pieces. We're working on 2 very big batches right now. Hopefully to have them on here. I'm hoping in the next week, might be 2 or 3, because, I mean, again, you know, time is time. Don't have much of it. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can watch another video right after this one. The algorithm loves it when you do that, so please do. Another way you can support the channel is to share a link to any of my videos on other social media platforms. That way you become a marketing department, which I can't afford. And if you do that, it gets the word out the channels here, and I am very appreciative to anybody and everybody who does that. All right, guys, as I always say, be good to each other and stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on my next video.